Welcome to Webb City Cardinals Baseball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Webb City Cardinals. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And a good afternoon and welcome to the campus of Webb City High School here in Chuck Barnes Field as we get set for Webb City Cardinal Baseball here this afternoon on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network as your Cardinals welcome the Nixa Eagles to town. Along with studio producer Daniel Moore back in our KNEO studios, Tim Workman along here with Will Hedrick to bring you this afternoon's ball game. Well, the Cardinals dropped a couple over the weekend on Saturday as they went over to Carl Junction and played on their new field. In the first game, the Cardinals fell to the host Bulldogs 4-1 as Bulldogs got 2 in the first and 2 in the third. Hudson Bird drove in Brody Eggleston with the only Cardinal run in the fourth as they dropped the first game 4-1. They turned around then and played the Cardinals from Collinsville, Oklahoma. And although the Webb City Cardinals scored in the first inning, Mason Young drove in his brother Andrew with a run, but Collinsville countered with 6 runs in the third to take the lead, and the game ended with the Cardinals falling 9-5. So the Cardinals now 1-5 on the season as they get set here to take on Nixa. This will be the first COC interdivision matchup of the year, is the East versus West here. We'll talk more about today's game and Cardinal baseball after this 3-minute break as we continue our countdown to first pitch, sponsored by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill. You're listening to Cardinal Pregame here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVS blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep.
Whoa, that's
helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. Arvest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
And back here at Webb City as we continue our countdown to first pitch and get ready for baseball. Nixa coming into the game
to play ball.
Has won their last 8. And through a quirk in the scheduling, we have hosted the Eagles now 5 of the last 6 meetings. The only time we didn't host them, we actually didn't play at Nixa either. We went down to Ozark and played at what would be the old Duck Stadium, but where they play the state championship games currently. We'll move to the keys to winning. They're sponsored by Missouri Southern State University. Qualifying first-time freshmen are eligible to receive up to $20,000 in scholarships automatically at Missouri Southern State University. Learn more at mssu.edu/MoSoMerit and apply today.
Our keys to winning for the Webb City Cardinals. First key is for the Cardinals pitching. Tate Lewis would like to see a good quality start out of him. We had him pitching at Missouri Southern, did an okay job, but I'd like to see him maybe go a little bit longer in the game. And then secondly, for the Cardinals for the Cardinals offense, need to get those runners in to score. We stranded a lot of players recently, and it'd be a good help for the Cardinals to try and fool the Eagles today on April Fool's Day and walk out of here with a win.
Starting lineups brought to you by Papa John's Pizza, Webb City, and Reeves Tire and Automotive. First for the Nixa Eagles, we'll go through them quickly as we're getting ready to start. The center fielder Wyatt Vincent will lead off. Shortstop Caden Cloud will bat second. Right fielder Adam McKnight will bat third. Jackson Gamble will bat fourth. And we'll finish them up as they come to the plate as we're ready to start here with Vincent stepping in there for the Eagles to lead off.
If you
And Tate Lewis stares in to get his sign. And the first pitch this afternoon is lined down the right field line and slicing. Oh, it's a fair ball right on the line, down in the corner. Picked up there by Myers, who's going to get back in. Vincent all the way to third with a stand-up triple. That ball hugged right on the line down there in right field. So not the start Lewis was hoping for. Caden Cloud, the shortstop for the Eagles, will be up next. The Cardinals defense this afternoon, Mason Young at third, Cohen Epler at short, Hudson Bird at second, Luke Beverlin over at first base today. In the outfield, Eggleston, Young, and Myers left to right. Around the outfield, the battery of Tate Lewis on the mound with Bryson Bard behind the plate. Lewis comes set and delivers. Missing downstairs for ball one. As Bard was trying to dive back in and tag him out, but Eagles now pick up their second run on a wild pitch. Two-0 the count, or I'm sorry, yeah, 2-0 the count. That pitch over the knees for a strike. Jackson Gamble, a Missouri Southern State University recruit, signee. Will spoil this one, foul out of play on the right side. Counts now 2-2. Lewis now steps off and asks for another sign. Yonkers, Miller, and Johnson would be next for the Eagles. Curveball lofted up into right field. Myers draws a beat on it, but it's going to be deep enough to score the run as he pulls in the catch. And McKnight will trot down from third with the third run of the inning for the Eagles. So a sac fly gets the Cardinals their first out, but it does produce another run for Nixa.
The catcher, number 10,
Tyler Yonkers, the Nixa catcher, is up next. Up there now with the bases empty. Swing and a miss at a fastball up by Yonkers for strike one. Lewis delivers the 0-1. Over but low. 1-1 the count. Just underway here on a cloudy day here in Webb City. This pitch missing inside. The count's 2 balls, 1 strike. Cloudy day, a soft breeze blowing out to right. Right center. Lewis now and the 2-1 offering. This one's going to be laced into right field. Myers running over, reaches up, can't pull it in. It's up against the fence. Yonkers is going to round second, and he will keep on going, and he will pull up with the second triple of the inning for the Nixa Eagles. Cameron Miller, the third baseman for the Eagles, is up next, as now we'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher, and that will be number 21, Max Nickel. So Nickel will come in and run
Third baseman number 12,
for Yonkers.
Cameron Miller.
Cameron Miller, the 6th batter of the inning here for the Eagles. First pitch upstairs for a ball. Lewis delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that'll catch the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Here on Miller. This off-speed pitch missing outside. The count's now 2-1. Lewis has 5 strikeouts on the year. Has pitched 4 innings. The 2-1 pitch missing. The count's now 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch to Miller, and he'll swing at an off-speed pitch breaking away from him. And the count's now full. Sponsors today include Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, and Snodgrass Collision Center. The 3-2 pitch from Lewis is going to skip at the plate for ball 4. Miller now aboard with a 1-out walk, putting Eagles at the corners.
The designated hitter number 2, Rowan Johnson.
Rowan Johnson, the designated hitter today for the Eagles, as Lewis continues to try to get out of a first inning jam. Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Meyer CPA, Crowder College, proud sponsors of Webb City Baseball. And the first pitch here to Rowan Johnson, but first Lewis with a pickoff attempt at first. Miller back in. Lewis in desperate need of a double play ball. Miller doesn't go. Pitch stays upstairs to Johnson. And the count's now 1-0. Nickel, the courtesy runner down there at third. Miller over at first. The 1-0 pitch from Lewis to Johnson. This pitch right down the middle, a called strike. One and one the count. Lewis shakes his head yes. And holds the ball waiting. Now delivers. Miller off with the pitch. Up and in for ball 2. Miller swipes second base easily. So now both runners in scoring position for the Eagles. The double play taken out of order. Cardinal defense still playing back. The 2-1 pitch here from Lewis. Swinging on an inside pitch, diving in at his feet was Johnson and coming up empty. Lewis now has him with a 2-2 count. Caleb Jones waits on deck for the Eagles. Lewis now delivers a 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be a called strike on the outside corner, so Lewis helping himself there with a strikeout.
Left fielder number 13.
Caleb Jones, the 8th batter of the inning, steps in there. Lewis now 1 out away from putting down this first inning uprising. Jones, a left-handed batter, watches that first pitch dive in at his feet for ball 1. The number 9 hitter, Parker Mann, is on deck. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. Lewis approaching 30 pitches here in the top half of the first inning. This will be pitch number 29. And the 2-0 is off the end of the bat out to third. Up with its Mason Young across first and picked up there by Beverlin, and that'll put an end to the inning. However, the Nixa Eagles come up with 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2, and after a half inning, they lead the Cardinals 3-0. You're listening to Webb City Cardinal Baseball here on the Cardinal Sports Network and KNEO.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
The Cardinals is Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. Baker Davis Roderick provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small businesses. Baker Davis Roderick is located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, call 417-782-0829 or online at www.bdrcpas.com.
And we'll try to quickly go through the Papa John's Pizza of Webb City and Reeves Tire and Automotive starting lineups here for the Cardinals. Andrew Young will lead off, followed by Carson Myers, then Brock Renfro, and Mason Young will bat fourth. Luke Beverlin, fifth, Cohen Epler, sixth, and 7, 8, and 9 will be Brody Eggleston, Hudson Bird, and Bryson Bard. Starting lineups brought to you by Papa John's Pizza of Webb City and Reeves Tire and Automotive. Well, the Cardinals now with some work to do, but they've got all 7 innings left to do it as they come up here in the bottom half of the first inning. Andrew Young will lead off.
Leading off for the Cardinals, number 6, the center fielder.
Young leading the team with 10 base hits on the year. Picked up 5 of them over the weekend. Batting .556 on the season. He's also scored 4 runs. And the first pitch he'll see from Colin Kelly, the Eagle pitcher, is down low for a ball. Kelly signed to pitch next year at Maryville University. Upstairs with his next offering, and Andrew Young ahead in the count here, 2-0. Young from the left side, and the 2-0 pitch hits him on the front foot, and he'll trot down to first base. And that'll send to the plate Carson Myers.
The right fielder, number 4, Carson Myers.
Myers will bat from the right side. He's 286 hitter so far early in the season. A 375 on base percentage. Young with a good lead down there at first, not going. Myers will take a strike. Just underway here at Webb City. The Nixa Eagles hold a 3-0 lead here as the Cardinals get their first crack here in the bottom of the inning. Andrew Young with the lead over at first. Not going. Myers swings through strike 2. So now down in the count. Myers will have to concentrate and battle up there. Choked up on the bat now slightly. The 0-2 pitch. Outside. Called a ball. Brock Renfro DHing this afternoon and waits on deck. 71 degrees here at the ballpark. So not a bad day other than the clouds. Off goes Young. Pitch, a breaking pitch down in the dirt. And he'll steal second base easily, and the count's now 2-2 on Myers. Young's 4th stolen base of the year, as that now will take over the team lead. The 2-2 pitch to Carson Myers. Outside, ball 3. So Myers now with a chance with a base hit to knock in a run. Has battled his way back from an 0-2 hole. Kelly peers in and will deliver the full count pitch. Myers fouls it straight back and stays alive. Myers climbs back in there. Kelly shakes his head yes. Comes set with his hands at the belt. And misses inside. Myers draws a walk. The Cardinals get their first 2 runners on. A little quieter than the Eagles, but nevertheless, 2 on with nobody out. As Brock Renfro will step in there now. Renfro 278 on the year. Has a team high 4 runs batted in. 5 hits on the year. Bats with nobody out and 2 Cardinals aboard. Gamble plays in at first. Renfro watches that pitch over the outside corner for strike 1. Renfro a slightly open stance. Kelly peers in. The 0-1 delivery. Breaking pitch. Renfro fouls back to the netting. And now he has to battle out of an 0-2 hole. Myers worked his way back into a walk. Renfro looking for some type of success also. Kelly's ready. And missing down and away. I think he missed his spot there as the catcher, I think, was looking for something up. Kelly missed low and away. 1-2 the count. Young leading off from second. Myers away from first. The 1-2 pitch lifted into right field. Adam McKnight coming. It's going to drop in front of him. Both runners had to hold up to make sure it wasn't caught. And so the bases will be full of Cardinals here with nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. So it didn't sting it, but it found grass. That's all you need.
The third baseman, number 25, Mason Young.
Mason Young up there now with bases loaded and nobody out.
Right here, Tim, this is where it becomes the most important to get on base. You've got bases loaded with nobody out.
First pitch swinging, popping it up to the second baseman, infield fly rule, and now there's 1 out. So 1 pitch, 1 out to Mason Young. And their bases will remain loaded as Luke Beverlin, the first baseman this afternoon, will come into bat. First pitch to Beverlin. Curveball missing inside. Nearly hit him. The 1-0 pitch as Beverlin stands on the right side waiting. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Here's Beverlin. And next pitch missing outside for ball 2. Golden opportunity here for the Cardinals to get back into the game. Looking for that elusive hit that has eluded them so far this season when they have runners on. The 2-0 pitch, this time pulled into left field by Beverlin. 1 run's going to score, and that's Young. They're going to hold up Myers, and the bases will remain loaded. But the Cardinals come up with a run of their own here in the top of the first as Andrew Young comes in to score. So the Cardinals get 1 back on the board here. Cohen Epler now in there.
The shortstop, number 12, Cohen Epler.
Epler batting 188. Has 3 runs batted in. Up there with 1 out and the bases still loaded of Cardinals. Breaking pitch over for a strike. So the Cardinals have a run on 2 hits, a walk, and a hit batter so far here in this half inning. Fouled straight back by Epler. And now he'll battle down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, and a breaking pitch that Cohen will swing and miss. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Brody Eggleston with an opportunity.
16, Brody Eggleston.
Eggleston comes into the game with a 5-game hitting streak. Batting .278. Curveball over for a strike. As now Kelly started each of the last 2 hitters with a breaking pitch. 3-1 the score here as the Cardinals still bat in the bottom half of the first inning, trailing Nixa. Late on that fastball for strike 2. So one thing about it, Kelly has been able to work ahead of the Cardinals, but so far the Cardinals up to the task have put 1 on and still have bases loaded. Over but low as half the Eagle infield was started towards the dugout. Umpire says not quite good enough. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Kelly will refocus. Looks in to get a sign, and now he comes set. And missing down and away. Again, the count 2-2. So Kelly would really like something to happen here because if he goes full, the runners would be put in motion. Eggleston would like to find some green grass out there and drive in a couple more runs. And the 2-2 pitch. Curveball checked his swing, and they'll appeal and say he did not go. 3-2 the count. So now, runners in motion. A base hit will most definitely score 2. With Beverlin over at first, anything in a gap might clear the bases. The payoff pitch here from Kelly. Fouled at the plate off of Eggleston's foot in the box, and everybody will retreat. If nothing else, if you want to say this might be outside of a suicide squeeze, maybe the most exciting part of a baseball game. You get everybody moving at the same time and see what happens. Myers, Renfro, Beverland around the bases, and they take off the pitch to Eggleston, fouled back once again. And the base runners retreat to their respective positions. Cardinals this inning have got Kelly up to 27. This will be his 28th pitch. And once again, the payoff pitch. Missing outside for ball 4, and that'll walk in the second run of the inning here for the Cardinals. So an RBI walk to Eggleston.
Second base, number 3, Hudson Bird.
Hudson Bird now at the plate. So nice to see the Cardinal offense with a little fight here in the bottom half of the first inning. They've now narrowed it to 3-2. Bird will watch the first pitch to him for a strike. Hudson Bird has drawn 4 walks on the year. But after that pitch, he'll have to work his way out of an 0-2 count. So down the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Bases still loaded. And Bird will swing and come up empty. But the Cardinals get 2 back after 1 inning. It's Nixa 3, the Cardinals 2. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Who Hot Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at whohot.com.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Welcome back to Barnes Field on the campus of Webb City High School. Pam Drake at Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945 and is located at 108 North Main in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, call 417-673-1242 or online at roderickinsuranceagency.com.
A very busy first inning as both clubs sent 8 men to the plate. Nixa a 3-2 lead as they have 3 runs on 4 hits. The Cardinals 2 runs on 2 hits. And the number 9 hitter in the Eagle lineup, Parker Mann, now at the plate. Lewis, 29 pitches in the first inning. His counterpart, Kelly, threw 28. Mann shows bunt, and it goes foul for strike 1. So from a coaching standpoint, probably not the start you were looking for from your starting pitchers, but you're welcoming this offensive output that you had in the first inning. So you have to take the good with the bad, I guess. Lewis. Missing for ball 2. I'm sorry, ball 1. It counts now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Mann, and the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled at the plate. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two the count. Here to man. Fouled away on the right side, and the count will stay 1 and 2. Top of the lineup for the Eagles would be next. Lewis shakes off the first sign, shakes off the second. Now he's got one he likes. And that's going to be pulled foul just outside the third base bag. I'll note to your schedule, the game at Waynesville on Thursday has been moved up to tomorrow, but it will be played here in Webb City, so you do not have to take the long trip to Waynesville. You just have to change the day. It'll be here tomorrow at 4:30. Off-speed pitch for a called strike, and Lewis strikes out the first batter of the inning. So man goes down looking. And back to the top of the lineup with Wyatt Vincent. Lewis' second strikeout of the day. Vincent, first pitch swinging, tripled to lead off the game. Lewis starts him off with a breaking pitch this time for a strike, as Vincent watched it hit the outside corner. Lewis's delivery this time popped into center field. Wynn's carrying it. Andrew Young's got a bead on it, and he'll track it down in right center for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here. Caden Cloud singled, drove in the first run of the game.
Number 3, Caden Cloud.
Back in the first inning. Two away here in the top of the second. Curveball drove it into right field. Myers going back, still going, and makes the catch. No, he didn't. So an error on the right fielder will put Cloud at second base. I thought he had that ball. It looked like, but it must just bounced right back up to him quickly. Adam McKnight now at the plate. McKnight also singled in the first inning. Takes the first pitch. Low for a ball. Wind a little stronger than it looks. That ball just kept carrying. The 1-0 pitch from Lewis. Foul down the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Crowd reacts to the ball maybe plunking a car parked down in that corner. Obviously the ones reacting know it wasn't their car. The 1-1 pitch. Spoiled foul again down the right side. This time off the Student Services building. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Choking up this time on the bat is McKnight. Cloud leads away from second. Once again, fouled off to the right side. The count will remain 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Popped foul once again. As a ball thrown in from the dugout as the umpire has emptied his pouch. As the Shaggers try to find those baseballs and get them back into us. Lewis shakes his head yes. Comes set. Off his hands, fouled backwards by McKnight. And we'll do this once again. This time the ball stayed inside the fence, so Bard will pick it up. 5 consecutive foul balls here by McKnight. Still down in the count 1-2. Choked up 2.5, 3 inches on the bat. And out to short. Epler with it over to first, and that'll put an inning to end. The Cardinals turn away the Eagles. After an inning and a half, they lead the Cardinals 3-2. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools. Located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin and specializes in complete body and frame repair, 4-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 417-781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game.
So a much better inning there for Lewis as he's able to get out of it, only allowing 1 hit, and the Cardinals will send up their 9-1-2 as we head here to the bottom half of the second inning. Bryson Bard, the Cardinal catcher, steps in there to face Kelly. On the right side is Bard. Kelly's first pitch, up and away for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Missing outside again, ball 2. The 2-0 count. And that misses up and in also, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch to Bard, a called strike. 3-1 the count. Fouled away. Full count here now to Bard. Back to the top of the lineup, Young, Myers, Renfro would be due up next. Bard hanging tough, fouls the next pitch back into the netting. Kelly now up to 37 pitches. The 3-2 pitch. Missing for ball 4. Cardinals with their leadoff man aboard. Hang on just a minute, as I believe we'll have a courtesy runner here for the catcher, as Bard will be run for.
Number 6, Andrew Young.
Looks like by number 2, Barry Kaufman. So Hoffman now in there to run. Andrew Young back to the plate, hit by a pitch, his first at bat. Young from the left side. Now steps out as maybe a ball got loose from the dugout. But nevertheless, we're back ready to play. Kelly delivers. Young right back up the middle. Off the backhand, out into center field. And the Cardinals will have 2 on with nobody out. So an error on the second baseman as he tried to backhand that and came up empty.
Number 4, Carson Myers.
Carson Myers now to the plate. He walked his first at bat. So now the Cardinals find themselves once again with 2 on and nobody out as they bat here in the bottom of the second. First baseman Gamble will be pulled in. Nixa looking for a bunt. Miller, the third baseman, stays even with the bag. As runners fake go, Kelly throws back behind at second base. It gets into center field, but not far enough for anybody to advance. And once again, we go through another series of numbers. Everybody will check their play card. Myers now back in there. Kelly comes set. Carson Myers shows bunt. And once again, now they've got him picked off. Hoffman picked off back there at second. And they're going to run him back. And for the third throw, now the fourth throw, and Hoffman will be out. So Hoffman gets picked off. That will go 1, 4, 5, 4, 6, I believe. Young moving up to second, but now there's 1 out.
Well, that's really unfortunate, Tim. I'm not exactly sure why he got such a big lead the second time, because he saw, of course, the first time they tried to pick him off, they were unsuccessful on the throw. But when you know that they're willing to do a thing like that, usually you'd want to play a little bit closer to the bag.
Strike there to Myers. Yeah, I mean, you were going to have the bunt anyway, so you got to wait to see it down. The 0-1 pitch from Kelly to Myers. Popped up. The catcher, Yonkers, coming back and just over the netting into the seats for strike 2. So now the Cardinals are runner in scoring position, but 1 out. Myers down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Now Kelly back in there. The 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Cloud comes across on the second base side and makes the catch. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the inning. So now the Cardinals
Number 7, Rock Renfro.
need a 2-out hit from Renfro. Renfro singled his first at bat. A bloop single to right. Kelly comes set. Renfro out of the open stance. Inside pitch. Called a strike. Oh, and 1 the count here to Renfro. Kelly delivers. And this one comes up a little bit short and skips past the catcher. So Young moves up another 90 feet. Held that one just a little bit too long, did Kelly. As it spiked there in front of the catcher, not much Yonkers could do with that. But now, only 90 feet away, a lot of different ways for Andrew Young to score now. Breaking pitch, missing outside, and it's now 2-1 to Renfro. They appeal to the umpire in the field. Did he go? Very hard in high school baseball for that umpire out there to make that call because he's not near this line of sight that he needs. However, that next pitch hitting the outside corner now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 with 2 outs. Young away from third. The pitch from Kelly. Spoiled foul by Renfro. Renfro readjusts his hat. Now steps back in there. Yonkers gives the sign to Kelly. Kelly now set. Curveball. This time Renfro's going to line that into right center, and it's going to be down, and this game now is tied. So a nice 2-strike hit there from Renfro. And the Cardinals now have tied this ball game up.
Number 25, Mason Young.
Mason Young now at the plate. Young popped into an infield fly back in the first. First pitch swinging, coming up empty, strike 1. Another RBI for Renfro. That's going to hit the outside corner now. Mason Young will have to battle. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled straight back off the hands of Young as he stays alive. Renfro has tied it up as the Cardinals have come back and got another run here in the second. 3-3 the score. And that pitch outside, nice stop there by Yonkers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 with 2 outs. Kelly now over the 50 pinch mark. The 1-2 pitch. And he'll hit him with a curveball that stayed up and in. So now, Cardinals with 2 on with 2 outs. Luke Beverland at the plate.
Number 11.
Beverland singled
Beverland.
his first time up, drove in a run on a single to left. Renfro now down there at second. Mason Young leads off first. A strike to Beverland. Kelly peering in, taking a while, now becomes set. The 0-1. Outside, evening out the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kelly now set. Beverlin waiting. 1-1 pitch off his hands, popped foul, and we'll drift out of play back over our heads for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning in a tie ball game. The Cardinal first baseman patiently waiting. And now Kelly with the 1-2 pitch. Fastball blocked there by Yonkers, but gets away from him just far enough, and both runners are going to move up on the wild pitch. Now, Beverlin with a 2-2 count. Two and two the count, 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. From Kelly to Beverlin. Off his hands down to third. On the second hop, Miller comes up with a strong throw across to first. Dug out there by Gamble, and the inning comes to an end. But the Cardinals pick up one more, and we are tied after 2 complete innings, 3-3. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Mongolian Grill, along with Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, Big Nickel, Prolube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, and Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. We also want to remind you to download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone app is sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
And at the top of the third we go here. Jackson Gamble leading off, and Will Hedrick, would you like to take this inning?
I'd love to, Tim. So the Cardinals tied it up. First pitch from Lewis, a breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. As Tim said, Jackson Gamble at the plate for the Eagles. Next pitch from Tate, a swinging strike 1 to even the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Tate, he comes set, and now delivers the pitch. That one comes in low for ball 2.
Gamble a sacrifice fly his first time up.
Tate now comes ready and delivers the 2-1. This one fouled off the catcher's face mask and will even the count at 2-2.
Lewis now at the 50 pitch mark. So neither one of these pitchers can probably finish the game, so it'll become a bullpen game here as we get later in the innings.
The 2-2 from Tate. Outside for ball 3.
Not a bad pitch there by Lewis, just a little bit too far, and Gamble didn't gamble on it.
A little bit too far, and the catcher, Bryson Bard, couldn't quite frame it just right. Count runs full. This one is going to be hit out to right field and caught by the right fielder,
Myers.
Carson Myers. He did have an error earlier on in the game. If you remember, the ball that went right over his glove. Couple errors by both teams. The Cardinals, they were able to tie the game with Andrew Young, who reached on base last inning on an error by the second baseman. And now one out here, the batter for the Nixa Eagles, the catcher Tyler Yonkers. First pitch comes in low for ball one. Yonkers with a slightly open stance. The 1-0 pitch, this one will be grounded to the third baseman. A good pick up and over to first base for out number 2. A good job by Mason Young on that weird short hop. Get the ball cleanly up and over to Luke Beverlin for out number 2.
2 away here in the top half of the third inning.
Now batting for the Eagles, the third baseman, Cameron Miller. He had a single his first time up. This one fouled over the screen, out of play. Lewis now at 55 pitches. He comes set and delivers the 0-1. A breaking ball just a little low. Bard nods his head. That was a good pitch, just a little bit too low. The count evens out at 1-1. Bard now sets up inside. The 1-1 pitch is an inside fastball. This one is hit high, and foul ball, says our home plate umpire.
Ball hooked in the corner, just 1.5 2 foot foul, as Miller was flirting with extra bases.
He will get his bat back and now walk back to the right-handed batter box. Takes a swing and now steps back in. Lewis on the bump, nods his head, now comes set. The 1-2 delivery. A fastball on the outside. Oh man, they wanted it, but coming in, I believe, just a little low.
Everybody may think it's a strike, but if the umpire doesn't say it, it's a ball.
A 2-2 count now for the batter Miller. Lewis now the push-off and an inside pitch dodged by Miller. The count now goes full.
Nearly hit him there at the belt. Lights now on here at Barnes Field. No effect at the time.
The 3-2 pitch. This one will be grounded foul down the third base line. Everybody will reset and we'll redo the 3-2. Webb City fielders playing at a normal depth. The 3-2 pitch. This one is hit high and deep into center field. That one is right at the bottom of the fence. Andrew Young will pick it up and throw it in, but the third baseman, Cameron Miller, has a stand-up double to go along with his single back in the first inning.
Number 2, Rowan Johnson.
Now the designated hitter, Rowan Johnson. He is a strikeout victim, his first time at bat.
Tate cut him looking for out number 2 way back in the first inning.
And now we're going to have a quick time call as we might see some sort of substitution, as the head coach for the Nixa Eagles has got his sheet out, and we're going to see a pinch runner come in. That's number 21, Max Nickel. I believe it's actually pronounced Nickel. So Max Nickel comes in.
Coming in to run for the third baseman. I'm going to guess he might have thought he pulled up a little gimpy there at second. But maybe not. Maybe Nix is looking for just one more run if they think this might be turned into a low-scoring affair.
We've also seen some players come in and pitch, so we might be seeing Miller pitch soon. First pitch to Johnson is a foul tip. It'll be 0-1 now for the Nixa Eagles with runner in scoring position. Ball game is tied at 3 apiece in the top of the third inning. Lewis now his 63rd pitch. A ball outside. Even the count now at 1-1. Lewis now set, checks his runner at second, checks him twice, and now delivers. That one bounces in for ball 2.
If you're scoring at home, that ball that Myers, we initially gave him an error on, it's been changed to a double as he was going back on that ball and it got over his head. So a double instead of an error if you're keeping score at home.
The 2-1 pitch to Johnson. This one will be bounced high over to the third baseman. It bounces foul. Count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Nixa Eagles with 3 runs on 6 hits. The Cardinals 3 runs on 3 hits, both team with an error. Lewis shakes off that pitch, nods at that one. Now comes set. The delivery inside fastball got him swinging, and the Cardinals will get out of this inning. They'll take their at-bat here in just 1 minute. We'll step away for a quick break. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
West Arkansas Naturals open up the home portion of their schedule at Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday night, April 8th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Frisco Rough Riders that goes through Sunday, April 13th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And once again, my partner Will.
Kelly remains on the bump for the Nixa Eagles, and Miller, who they pinch ran for, he does return to third. Cohen Epler with a quick ground ball right back up the middle for 1 pitch and 1 base hit. He struck out swinging his first time up, responds very nicely with a single right back at the pitcher, Kelly. The Cardinals have a quick runner on here in the bottom of the third. And now batting for the Cardinals, Brody Eggleston. He did a great job working himself a walk his first time up. You'll see the first pitch from Kelly. He'll square up to bunt. Kelly picks it up and throws it over to first, and they'll get the out, but Cohen Epler does successfully move down to second base, and the sacrifice is complete.
Number 3.
Hudson Bird. A strikeout victim to end the first up there now.
A base hit from Bird would most likely score Epler. Kelly at the 60 pitch mark, this being his 61st. That one, a breaking ball on the outside for ball 1. Bird steps in with that right foot on the back of the batter's box. Kelly checks his runner at second, now delivers this one. Slicing ball down the Nixa side of the field for a foul ball. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Kelly now comes set. Push off with the right foot and deliver. This one fouled back once again to the screen. And Bird is now down in the count with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kelly leaning in, looking for the sign. He gets it, comes set. Check back on Epler, now deliver a breaking ball that got Bird swinging. He'll be a strikeout victim once again. And that'll be the second out of the inning for the Cardinals after a quick base hit from Cohen Epler. Back-to-back outs. We've reached the bottom of the lineup with catcher Bryson Bard. He worked himself a walk his first time up. That pitch outside. Catcher dropped it, and over to third is Epler, and he's going to get caught running over to third. An excellent throw by the catcher, Tyler Yonkers, right on the bag. And that'll end the inning for the Cardinals. So game remains tied, 3 runs apiece. Back here in 1 minute, you're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
Is Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They offer flower bouquets for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. Find out more at Webb City Florist and Greenhouse at 417-673-3780. And you can always download the KNEO iPhone and Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for the Eagles. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals as we enter the top of the 4th. And we'll turn it over once again to Will.
Tate Lewis will remain on the mound for the Cardinals. He's had a pretty decent day overall outside of a rough first inning. He's come back very well. Gave up, I believe it was just 1 hit in the last inning. We now go to the 4th inning. And leading off for the Nixa Eagles is the left fielder, Caleb Jones. He grounded out to the third baseman, Mason Young, his first time up. The left-handed batter in the box. Lewis comes set and delivers. He'll square up to bunt. Pull back, but it'll be a ball.
A reminder, the Cardinals will be at home tomorrow with Waynesville as that game's been moved up a day and location as it'll be here tomorrow.
That one, a fastball on the inside, fouled back to the screen. Will even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cardinals are scheduled to be in Springfield on Saturday, weather permitting.
Lewis now set, shakes off the first set of numbers and nods at that one. A fastball high, got him swinging for strike 2.
The wind a bit stronger now, continuing to blow out to center.
The 1-2 pitch, that one inside for ball 2. Caleb Jones now back into the box. The delivery from Lewis, this one fouled over the screen, out of play. The count will remain 2-2. On deck for the Eagles is Parker Mann. In the hole is Wyatt Vincent. The 2-2. That one fouled down the third base line. And we'll do the 2-2 pitch over again. I believe we are in need of a baseball also.
No, I believe I took my eyes off for a moment, but they're talking to Mason Young. I'm not sure if he hit the fence as he was chasing that foul ball, and they're just checking on him to see if he's all right. Reaching down now to adjust his shoelace, stands back up, and Coach Doning retreats to the dugout, so he must have convinced him that he's all right.
Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jones, the left-handed batter. He's set and ready. Lewis, the 2-2 delivery. This one is chopped to Beverlin, who couldn't quite handle the bouncing ball. And Jones will run into first base safely to lead off this Eagles 4th inning.
Number 1, Parker Mann.
It's kind of the thing with these turf fields. The ball bounces maybe just a little bit more, a little bit hard to handle at times. Parker Mann, the batter for the Eagles, he will square up to bunt. This one was popped foul. Both Mason Young and the catcher Bard were sprinting to try and go and catch it. It was just a little bit too far out of reach, but it will be strike 1 nonetheless. Mason Young is playing a little bit in, prepared for the bunt. Lewis delivers, runner goes. This one is popped up on the infield and over to first base. Lewis throws out the runner. So a successful sacrifice bunt for the Nixa Eagles. And they return to their top of the lineup with Wyatt Vincent.
Number 7, Wyatt Vincent.
Vincent, 1 for 2 on the day with a triple and a run scored. We'll have a moment here as Coach Doning comes out to have a conversation with Lewis as he's now getting ready to face the lineup for the 3rd time. So Doning out with a few words there for Tate, and I think that's going to do it. So let's take a 90-second break here with a pitching change. You're listening to Cardinal Baseball on the Webb City Cardinals and the KNEO Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Will be called upon here as Tate Lewis made his way through the lineup twice. Went 3 1/3. Responsible for 3 runs on the board and the runner out at second base. Austin Miller into the game. Miller, 3 strikeouts on the year as he comes in here in relief and will take on the top part of the lineup for the Eagles.
Sponsors for tonight's ballgame: Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, along with Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Meyer CPA, and Crowder College.
The Cardinals, first time to see a COC East competitor as Nixa has come to town, as everybody is starting some interdivision COC games. You'll play in your own division later in the season. Nixa, 10-1 on the season so far, as they've had a couple of Saturdays where they've picked up 2 or 3 games and have already played. This would be their 12th game of the year as the Cardinals are playing game number 7.
So Austin Miller will now face off against the top of this Nixa Eagles lineup, starting with center fielder Wyatt Vincent. His first time up, he hit a triple. His second time up, he flied out to center field. His first pitch on the inside for strike 1. A runner down on second base, that's Caleb Jones. Next pitch, outside, ball gets away from the catcher, and previously talked about Jones will head to third. Now just 90 feet away from breaking this tied score. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Vincent set in the box, holds the bat high. The pitch from Miller, that one outside for ball 2.
Comes a little darker here as the sun starts to set and overcast skies. Wind still blowing pretty briskly to center.
The 2-1 pitch, a swinging strike 2 to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Temperature now down to 69 degrees. Still not bad for early spring baseball in Missouri.
The 2-2 delivery. That one gets away from the catcher once again. Runner coming in. He will slide in safely. And a second wild pitch moves Jones from second to home, and now breaking this tied score. Nixa now leads 4-3. Tried to set up that outside fastball, just pulled it a little too much. The count now goes full on Vincent. The 3-2 got him swinging for strike number 3. Vincent now a strikeout victim. The 4th one for the Eagles today.
So that'll close the book on Lewis. He allows 4 runs, only 3 of them earned over his 3 1/3 innings.
The next batter, Caden Cloud. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1.
Caden so far on the day, 2 for 2, a single and a double, and a run scored, and 1 driven in.
Miller, the 1-0 delivery. This one is hit hard down the left field line. That one is going to bounce over the fence. It'll be a ground rule double. Might be fortunate for the Cardinals. He was moving. He may have been in there for a triple. Turned on an inside fastball and took it right down the left field line. Bouncing over the fence, he's now in scoring position.
Adam McKnight 1 for 2, singled to left in the first, grounded to short in the second, has scored 1 of the Eagle runs.
First pitch to him, that one will be outside. Ball number 1. He'll step back in the box, grips the bat, holds it high. Miller checks on his runner, and now delivers. A good pitch on the inside got him swinging for strike number 1. Count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Nixa leads 4-3. The 1-1, that one is going to be hit hard down the right field line. That one will slice foul. And it'll go to a 1-2 count. The runner Cloud is now, he was moving on contact. He's got to jog his way all the way back to second base. The 1-2 delivery to McKnight, and Miller will step off. He'll get things reset. Now come set. And the 1-2 delivery. And he rings him up, strike 3 to end the inning for the Nixa Eagles. An inside breaking ball that got McKnight looking. Cardinals able to get out of the inning before they gave up 1 run. So the Nixa Eagles now lead 4-3. We'll be back here in 1 minute. Cardinals will take their at bat. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, The Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, and Baker Davis Roderick CPAs to the bottom half of the fourth, and back to Will.
The catcher, Bryson Bard, will lead off for the Cardinals. Kelly remains on the mound. He comes set quick. First one came in low for ball 1. Second pitch outside and away for ball number 2. Kelly looks like he's already set, and he is going to deliver that one on the outside corner for strike number 1. Bard now, he gets in quick. Kelly set, he's moving fast. The 2-1 pitch inside for ball 3. So we're speeding up the pace of the game a little bit. Bard now comes in, that right foot on the back line of the batter's box. The pitch, a swinging strike 2. The count will go full.
Cardinals looking to answer the Eagle run in the top half of the inning.
And here's the 3-2 delivery, that one. And he rings him up on an inside fastball. Bard thought he got walked. It's one of the things as a batter you don't really want to make a pre-assumption.
Andrew Young.
Oftentimes when the umpire sees you do one thing, he'll do the opposite. And right there, Bard thought he got walked, turned around, threw his bat, and the umpire rung him up. Andrew Young now, first pitch swinging. This one will be flied, and it'll be fouled down the left field line.
Young officially 0 for 1 on the day, but has 2 runs scored and a stolen base as he was hit by a pitch back in the first inning and reached on an error in the second.
Andrew Young now, the left-handed batter. He'll step in, waving the red bat. That one a pitch on the outside. That'll be ball 1. Kelly now, the 1-1 delivery to Andrew Young. This one hit hard into center field. Center fielder running in and making the catch. That's Vincent. 2 batters up, 2 batters down for the Cardinals now as they trail 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Carson Myers now, the right fielder, will step up to the plate with 2 outs. First pitch to him. This one is going to be hit high on the infield. First baseman running over and making the catch. Gamble will now end the inning for the Cardinals. It's 3 up, 3 down as Myers flies out to the first baseman. We head to the 5th inning. Nixa Eagles lead your Webb City Cardinals 4-3. Back after 1 minute, you're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
The Cardinals find themselves trailing the Nixa Eagles 4-3 as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. After the fireworks of the first inning, both teams have settled in here now. Cardinals catching the Eagles at 3-3. Nixa coming up with a single run in the top half of the 4th inning. This game now 90 minutes old,
Jackson Gamble.
heading to the top of the 5th. Austin Miller, his first full inning of work here as he will face the number 4 hitter, Gamble, 0 for 1 on the day with an RBI, a sacrifice fly to right, back in the first inning. First pitch swinging, pulls it foul into the Cardinal dugout. Yonkers and Miller due up next for the Eagles. The 0-1 pitch. Inside. 1-1 the count. No radio broadcast tomorrow, as Waynesville will be in town. Inside with the next pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. This ball lifted high in the air to left. Going back as Eggleston going back, turning around off the base of the fence. Gamble steams into second with a leadoff double. The wrong direction to getting Aid out of the wind. He just ends up missing a home run
Number 10, Tyler
to
Yonkers.
deep left field. The catcher now, Tyler Yonkers, 1 for 2 on the day. Tripled to right center, grounded out to third. Up there now with a runner at second and nobody out. This time pulled foul into the Cardinal dugout. 0-1 the count. Yonkers in on the right side. And will be plunked in the hit by Miller. So now Miller facing a 2-1 nobody out situation. And
12,
Cameron Miller. Miller officially 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. A stolen base to his credit. A courtesy runner here for the catcher as it looks as if number 23 now in there to run for Nixa. And that would be Carter Mabe. So a courtesy runner now in there for the Eagles. So now Gamble at second and Mabe taking over at first. Miller now steps into the batter's box. Miller looking for a ground ball. First pitch squaring to bunt and bunting foul was Miller. A new way you can keep up with the Cardinals on select games. WebCityHS.stadbroadcast.com, and you can keep up with live stats at many of the games if you're not able to catch the video feed. 0-1 the count. Miller squares once again. Beverland moves in a third of the way down the line. Austin Miller delivers outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Young stays back at third, looking for a force out there and not to vacate the bag. Beverlin sneaks up once again. Miller turns to show bunt. This time he gets it down, and that'll be an infield. That'll be an error on the catcher. So Bard unable to come up with the pitch or the bunt, and we now have Brady Rattone is going to pinch hit here.
Pinch hitting for the Eagles, number 15, Brady Rattone.
So the next coach steps out to make the change. As he will bat now for Rowan Johnson. Bases loaded here with nobody out. First pitch to Rattone. Ball one. Cardinals in a bit of a jam here now. Have pulled the infield in, trying to cut down the run at the plate. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rattone on the right side. Miller comes set in the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off by Rattone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Austin Miller in a bit of a jam here. Bases filled with Eagles and nobody out. The 1-2 pitch. Spoiled foul by Rattone. 1 ball, 2 strikes once again. Middle infield halfway in. Corners up. Miller misses with an off-speed pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thought maybe he had him in swing mode, but Rattone laid off. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball, low and away. Counts full and nowhere to put him. 3-2, nobody out. The runners probably won't be too far away with, don't want to get doubled off. The full count pitch. Misses inside for ball 4, and the Eagles will score a run. Coach Doning with a trip out to the mound. Still bases loaded, nobody out. Nixa now leading 5-3. Having a conversation here, no movement yet on whether or not he's going to make a pitching change. As we're still waiting, I believe this may be just a little game of gamesmanship here, as he's going to wait for the home plate umpire to come break him up.
While we've got a second, want to thank some of our sponsors, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Also want to remind you to download the KNEO or iPhone Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
Still visiting at the mound, the home plate umpire has made his way out there. And still waiting to see. I believe we're going to have a pitching change, but nobody's made a movement yet. And now they're congratulating Austin Miller. And we're going to take a 90-second timeout, and we'll be right back in 90 seconds with the new pitcher. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network on KNEO and the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
If you've ever watched any of the talent shows on television, you see people doing almost anything for attention. What are you doing to get noticed? Whose attention are you seeking? Will that really fulfill you? There is one person that changes all of that, and it's Jesus. He loves you and has a hope and purpose for your life. If you want to learn to have a personal relationship with Jesus, then call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
Bring in Landon Piet, the third pitcher of the day here for the Cardinals, as he will take over for Austin Miller. But he will come in facing a bases-loaded situation with nobody out. Nixa, with a run already in this inning, leads 5-3. Finishing up his warm-up tosses now as he will face the number 8 hitter in the lineup, the left fielder for the Eagles,
Number 8, Landon Piet.
Caleb Jones.
Number 13, Caleb Jones.
The left-handed hitting Jones. 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to third and reached on an error back in the fourth, where he scored the go-ahead run. Piet's first pitch, missing inside, ball 1. Parker Mann, the number 9 hitter, waits on deck. The 1-0 pitch here from Piet. Off speed and low. 2-0. Piet trying to throw a little water on the fire here as the Eagles have something brewing. Good pitch there that Jones fouls off for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Nixa leading 5-3. Piet comes set. Hands at the belt. A strike, says home plate umpire, and the count evens out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mabe at third, Miller at second, Rattone down there at first for the Eagles. Piet's delivery to Jones. Popped foul off the third base line. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Piet. Now with a sign that he likes. Delivers. Ground ball out to Hudson Bird. Over to short for one, and not in time back to first, but now it's going to get away from the first baseman, and the Eagles are going to score 2 on the play as that ball got past the first baseman.
Not only that, Tim, but the ball went under the fence to the Nixa Eagles dugout, so now Caleb Jones will move up to second base.
Number 1, Parker Mann.
So the Eagles end up with 2. Runs here. Runner still at second, and 1 out. 7-3 now in favor of Nixa. And back to Will here for just a moment.
So now the batter for the Eagles is the second baseman, Parker Mann. Pitch from Piet comes in high for ball 2. The Cardinals had a good opportunity to get a double play. Missed that opportunity, only got that 1 out at second. The 2-0 from Piet comes in there for strike 1. Piet looking in, gets a sign that he likes, comes set, checks Jones over at second base, and now delivers. This one, a hard hit ball foul down the left field line. Piet gets a new ball from the Cardinal dugout, and it'll be 2-2. Mann is in the box. He's set and ready. Piet now comes set, delivers the 2-2 pitch. An off-speed pitch, slapped foul down the right field line. And we will redo the 2-2.
Mann 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out looking and had a successful sacrifice his last at bat.
Piet now comes set. Brings the glove down to the hip, now delivers an off-speed pitch that Mann was just able to slap foul back to the screen, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nixa, who's jumped out to a 7-3 lead. They've got all 7 of those runs on 8 hits. The Cardinals have 4 errors, which have aided those hits, and there's a strikeout by Mann. A pitch that was on the outside edge. He just kind of took a hack at it, trying to foul it off, and he missed, so he will be a strikeout victim once again.
Vincent.
We now return to the top of the lineup with Wyatt Vincent. He struck out swinging his last time up in the 4th inning. Pitch from Piet, an outside pitch, gets away from Bard. Runner goes down to third. A pitch that came in a little bit low. Mason Young was able to pick it though, but the runner slides in safely. And once again, for the second time, Jones reaches third on a wild pitch. The 1-0 pitch from Piet. That one gets away from Bard once again. Jones is going to come running in, and he will score once again on a wild pitch. Both of the times that Jones has scored his 2 runs, he was a lone runner on second base, and 2 wild pitches bring him 180 feet for a run. So Nixa now leads 8-3. Pitch from Piet, that beans the batter Vincent. He will take his base. And the Cardinals in desperate need of one more out to get out of this fifth inning. Caden Cloud now batting. On deck is Adam McKnight, and in the hole for the Nixa Eagles is Jackson Gamble, who started off this inning for the Eagles. That pitch comes in low for ball 1. Cloud comes back in the box. Runner goes. Throw down to second is off the mark. The runner will slide in safely.
The pitch a called strike.
So the count will go to 1-1. Runner on second now is Vincent. He's got a good lead over there at first. A breaking ball hung upstairs. That'll be ball 2. Landon Piet trying to work his way out of this 4-run inning for the Eagles. He's got the glove at his belt, looks in and delivers. That one is low for ball 3. A 3-1 count. Piet is set and delivers. This one is going to be hit foul down the third base line, and that'll run the count full. Cloud readjusting his helmet, readjusting the gloves. He'll step back in, wave the bat around, and will come set. Piet gets the sign he likes. He comes set and delivers the 3-2. This one hit high down the first base line. It is caught right on the foul line by the right fielder Carson Myers to finally end this top of the 5th inning. The Cardinals surrendered 4 runs. They now trail 8-3. They've got some work to do heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's
helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management, ready to help.
And back here at Barnes Field, your Cardinals now trail 8-3. Batting here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Kelly, now back up on the mound, has minimized his pitches a little bit, is now only at 75 as he enters the 5th inning. Called strike to Brock Renfro, leading off here in the bottom half of the 5th. Eagles 8 runs on 8 hits. Cardinals 3 runs on 4 hits. Missing low. 1-1 the count here to Renfro. Renfro 2 for 2 on the day. A single to right. 2 singles to right. 1 down the right field line and just a Single to right. This one bounced on the infield. Third baseman cuts off the shortstop and guns it across to first in time. So Renfro out for the first time today on a ground ball to third. Mason Young to the plate. Popped out his first time
Mason Young.
up and then was hit by a pitch. Batting here with one out. Kelly delivers. Right back up the middle for a base hit off the bat of Mason Young. So took a fastball right back up the middle for a base hit. Luke Beverlin will stride to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI.
Number 11.
A single
Luke Beverlin.
back in the first. Beverlin grounded out to third his last at bat. First pitch up and in as Luke leans back out of the way. Cohen Epler would be next. Mason Young draws the throw, but he's back in plenty of time. As he ventures away from first base once again. Kelly's pitch to Beverlin. Upstairs once again. Ball 2. Approaching 2 hours on game time here as we get closer to 6:30. The 2-0 pitch. Missing once again. Luke now ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. I would imagine most likely taking a pitch here as the Cardinals in need of more base runners. Takes that right down the middle for strike 1. Three and 1 the count to Beverlin. Mason Young down there at first. This time Beverlin drives it into center. Going back is Vincent. He's still going back, but he hauls it in right in front of the warning track. Mason Young will retreat to first. So Luke gave it a ride, but hit it to the biggest part of the ballpark.
Number 12, Cohen.
Cohen Epler, 1 for 2 on the day. Up there now with 2 outs. His base hit a single to center back in the third. First pitch swinging, pulling it foul. Down third base line off the fence where Miller will pick it up and get it back over to his pitcher, Kelly. 0-1 the count to Epler. Curveball missing outside. Count even out. 1-1. Mason Young down there at first base. A 1-out base hit from him. Fouled straight back off the bat of Epler. Nixa with 4 runs in the top half of the inning. Cardinals trying to counter. Kelly approaching the 90 pitch mark. A nice stop there by Yonkers as that curveball thrown at about 59 feet. 2-2 the count. Epler waiting. Curveball on the inside corner, and he will be a strikeout victim. That'll bring a close to the Cardinal 5th inning. We head to the 6th. Nixa 8, Webb City 3. You're listening to KNEO and the Cardinal Sports Network.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
If you've ever watched American Idol, you know it can be quite entertaining as people do almost anything for attention and a chance to reach the top. But after seeing person after person either pass or fail, it makes you wonder, is being someone important really what we should be striving for? Isn't there more to life than that? What really fulfills a person? Well, it actually isn't a what, but a who. It's Jesus. He has a purpose for your life. Find out more. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
A new pitcher here for the Cardinals as Barrett Weller will now take over here in the top half of the 6th inning, where he will face the meat of the lineup for the Eagles, 3, 4, and 5, Adam McKnight, Jackson Gamble, and Tyler Yonkers. 3 runs in the first, 1 run in the fourth, 4 runs in the fifth for the Eagles. The Cardinals, 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second. Now trail 8-3. A reminder that tomorrow the Cardinals will be at home with Waynesville, as that game originally scheduled for Thursday moved due to some impending weather, but now will be played here at Webb City on Wednesday at 4:30.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 5, Barrett.
Adam McKnight, 1 for 3 on the day.
Leading off, number
a single
8,
to left.
Adam McKnight.
Followed up with a ground ball to short and struck out looking. Weller's first pitch of the afternoon. A swing and a miss there by McKnight for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Weller. This time just a little bit too far outside. And the count will even out at 1 ball, 1 strike. This time tapped out to third. Mason Young will let that squirt by him for an error. I think that's one of those that with time he'll experience, will understand that that ball's probably going to have a little spin coming at him that way.
Number 6, Jackson Gamble.
McKnight aboard on the air. Jackson Gamble at the plate. First pitch he sees is a called strike in the upper part of the zone. Shakes his head. Yes, he understands that. So a good pitch by Weller. This time changes his eyesight and goes down low. Gamble swings over the top of it for strike 2. 0-2 the count here to Gamble. McKnight down there at first base. Weller's next pitch, off speed, missing outside. Gamble didn't chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here to Jackson Gamble. Weller's pitch. This time tapped out to Mason Young. His only play across to first base and in time as McKnight moves up to second. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Eagles now with a runner in scoring position, though, with
number 10,
Tyler Yonkers coming to the plate. Yonkers 1 for 2, a triple back in the first inning. This pitch flied out to right, coming in as Myers. He makes the catch. McKnight is not going to get back into second in time as Myers caught him too far off, and a strong throw in to Epler is going to end the inning as McKnight gets doubled off. After 5.5, it's Nixa 8, Webb City 3. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
He was just a young man, but his mistakes landed him in prison. The ultimate wake-up call. He finally really wanted to get his life straightened out. Now, your prison may not be a correctional facility. You may be held captive by sinful habits or an unhealthy lifestyle. But you can begin again. Jesus died for your sins, offering you forgiveness and a new path for life. Find out how to begin a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
Miller, beneficiary of a nice play there by right fielder Carson Myers as he took the fly ball off the bat of Yonkers, caught it, and a strong throw in. Caught the Eagle base runner too far off a second before he could get back, and turns into a 1-2-3 inning. At the bottom of the sixth, though, the Cardinals will send up 7, 8, 9 in the manner of Brody Eggleston, Hudson Bird, and Bryson Bard. Colin Kelly back out there. 89 pitches on the day, as he has settled in after a rough first couple of innings. One more warm-up toss as Eggleston swings the bat over here in the on-deck circle. First base coach for the Cardinals works his way behind and over to his position. Stay tuned after the game for the post-game show. That brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services and Crowder College. Eggleston officially 0 for 0 on the day. First pitch swinging fouls it off. As walked and a sacrifice to his credit. The walk drove in a run, so he has an RBI also. Next pitch missing. 1-1 the count. Hudson Bird awaits on deck. The 1-1 pitch to Eggleston. Curveball over but low. 2-1. Had a nice bend to it, but too low at the batter. This pitch drilled right back up the middle, and Eggleston with a base hit will extend his hitting streak. So a sharp single to center. Hudson Bird.
Number 3, Hudson
At
Bird.
the plate. Has struck out swinging in both of his appearances. So that's the 6th Cardinal base hit today. Eggleston with a normal lead over there at first. Bird takes a strike at the letters. The 0-1 pitch here from Kelly, as it looks as if Briar Robinson has moved into the on-deck circle. Next offering to Bird inside, 1-1 the count. Robinson to hit for Bard. After the Bird finishes his at bat, Kelly misses with the next pitch. Now Hudson ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 the count. Eggleston with the lead over at first. That pitch way upstairs. 3-1 the count. Looks like Nixa has somebody up in the bullpen, but there's a barrier between the view here in the bullpen, can't tell what number. It's a right-hander. Looks like he's warming up down there. The 3-1 pitch from Kelly. Bird swings and misses, and the count goes full. Three and two the count. Nobody out here in the home half of the 6th inning. This pitch missing, and Hudson will draw a walk. So 2-1 here. And nobody out. And Briar Robertson will indeed hit.
Number 15, Briar Robinson.
Here is the Nixa Eagle coach. Will take a stroll out to the mound here as Kelly is at 99 pitches, and he will make a pitching change. So let's take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network.
Churches everywhere preach that heaven and hell are real, and that a relationship with Jesus Christ is the only way to get to heaven.
When you hear such a message, you can do one of two things.
Billy Graham.
First, you can reject it, laugh it off, take it lightly, or you can weigh the facts, heed the warning, and gauge your life and actions accordingly, and repent of your sins, and turn to Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
So what does repent of your sins mean? It means you're sorry for the sins that you've committed, and you ask the Lord to help you stop sinning.
It is never too late to repent, never too late to turn to Christ. All the way through the scriptures, it teaches that God is a God of love, forgiveness, and mercy.
And He wants you to know all three. Someone is ready to talk with you right now when you call 888-388-2683. That's 888-388-2683. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
5'10" senior right-handed pitcher Mason Duncan will take her over on the mound here for Kelly, who threw 99 pitches in his 5+ innings of work. This Eagle team, lots of arms to choose from, have chosen to go with the senior Duncan. Briar Robinson will pinch hit here for Bard. Robinson swings from the left side. Cardinals have Eggleston out there at second, Bird over at first. Sponsors today include Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, NWA Naturals, Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Meyer CPA, and Crowder College. Our next broadcast will be scheduled to be next Tuesday at Central. No, I take that back. It'll be next Tuesday here at home with Lebanon. So we'll be at home next Tuesday at Central next Thursday. We'll have 3 games for you that week as Lebanon, Central, and a Friday night game with McDonald County, all carried here on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinal Sports Network. Briar Robinson now steps in there as Duncan is ready. 8-3 to score here. Cardinals batting in the home half of the 6th inning. The first pitch to Robinson. Off speed, missing away for ball 1. A right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Duncan now comes set, hands down by the belt. Lifts his leg and deals. Outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. Top of the lineup. And Andrew Young due up next. Cardinals tried, hoping to eat into this 8-3 deficit. Ground ball down to first. Backhanded there by Gamble. Touches first for the only out as Eggleston and Bird will both move up to second and third. Back to the top of the lineup, and Andrew Young.
Number 6,
Young 0 for 2 on the day, has scored twice with a stolen base. Duncan now delivers to Young. Inside, ball 1. One another count here to the Cardinal leadoff batter. This one popped up into left. Shortstop drifting back. We'll pull it in for out number 2. So it'll be up to Carson Myers. Up there now with 2 outs.
Carson Myers.
Myers 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Watches the first one upstairs for ball 1. Eggleston leads away from third. Hudson Bird away from second. And the 1-0 pitch from Duncan to Myers. Pulled high in the air down left and will fall harmlessly to the ground as 3 Nixa Eagles surround it, but nobody could get to it in time. So new life here for Myers. Batting with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Patiently waiting is Myers. Duncan now with a sign to his liking. And missing low. 2-1 the count. Renfro patiently waiting in the on-deck circle. The 2-1 pitch from Duncan. Outside for ball 3. Wind continues to blow out to center as we approach 6:45. Inside, ball 4, and the Cardinals now with bases loaded. Brock Renfro up there with a chance to do something with 2 outs.
Well, the Cardinals, they need something here. A base hit to score 2. Cut this game to 3 would be really important right now.
Try to get it close enough to give yourself a fighting chance. 2 walks and a single here in the inning. The Cardinals forcing a pitching change. Duncan now on in relief of Kelly. Renfro first pitch swinging up the middle to the shortstop who will step on second for the out. So the Cardinals are turned away. 1 inning left. After 6 complete, it's Nixa 8, Webb City 3. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
How can we go on unless there's a renewed emphasis on prayer today?
Billy Graham.
There's no doubt that we as a people are in serious trouble today. If there was ever a time that we needed to be on our knees in prayer, asking God to save us, it is now. What a glorious thing it would be if millions of Americans would avail themselves of the greatest privilege and the greatest power this side of heaven, the privilege and power of prayer. God answers prayer. With God, nothing is impossible. No problem is too difficult. No burden too heavy for His love. If Jesus needed to pray, how much more we need to pray today? The scripture says, pray without ceasing.
Learn more about the power of prayer at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. From the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Here we go. Nixa with an 8-3 lead here over your Webb City Cardinals. Barrett Weller back on the mound for his second inning of work. Will face the lower part as Miller, Johnson, and Jones are due up for Nixa. Nixa has kind of had the better of the Cardinals here in recent, as they have won the last 4 games. A 5-2 win last year, and have won 6 out of the last 10. Weller's first pitch to Miller is a called strike on the outer half. The 0-1 pitch from Weller. This time misses away. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Low. 2-1 the count. Brady Raton waits on deck. Swing and a miss there by Miller as Weller threw a fastball by him for strike 2. 2-2 the count. Weller's off-speed pitch, a one-hopper out to Epler, backs up on it, throws it across in time for out number 1. Probably not the way you would teach that play, but successful for an out was Epler.
Brady Raton.
Brady Raton continues to hit here in the DH spot. Watches the first pitch inside for ball 1. Weller's next pitch. Over below. 2-0. Raton drew a walk in the 5th. This time he drives it to right, going back on as Myers, and he'll run it down in a few steps in front of the fence for out number 2. So a nice running backhanded catch there by Myers. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Caleb Jones.
Number 13, Caleb Jones.
0 for 3 on the day. Now in there. He has scored 2 runs. First pitch swinging, he pops it up. Epler dips back and pulls it in shallow center field for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down as Weller gets to the 7th inning. The Cardinals one more chance. They need 5 runs. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Here at Barnes Field, the Cardinals one final opportunity here as they trail Nixa 8-3. Mason Young will lead it off, and in all honesty, Mason Young will need to bat twice in this inning probably, so hopefully we'll call his name twice. Stepping up there to the plate to face Duncan for the first time this afternoon. 1 for 2 was Mason Young against the starter, Colin Kelly. Young now in there, Duncan. First pitch swinging was Young, pulling it foul. Down in the left field corner for strike 1. Young to be followed by Beverlin and Epler. Curveball fouled back to the screen. Strike 2. 8 runs on 8 hits for the Eagles. 3 runs on 6 hits so far for the Cardinals. Missing outside with a breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The game 2.5 hours old. A ball gets loose down in the dugout, or down in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Retrieved by the left fielder. And now we're back to play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Mason Young. Duncan winds and deals, missing outside. 2-2 the count. Nobody up currently in the Eagle dugout. Duncan expected to finish this game for the Eagles. And he will get a called strike on a breaking pitch on the inner half to Mason Young. 1 out. Luke Beverlin now to the plate.
Number 11, Luke Beverlin.
Beverlin 1 for 3. An RBI single way back in the first inning. He waits. Inside fastball swinging strike. Duncan working quickly now. Fouled, lofted down the first base line and will fall as the first baseman and second baseman couldn't get to it. 0-2 on Beverlin. Good effort there by the Eagle defense. Second baseman sprinting over. Not quite quick enough, not hit high enough. Beverlin battling now with a no ball, 2 strike count. Curveball stayed upstairs. 1-2, Epler awaiting his turn. Fouled back off the bat of Beverlin. The 1-2 from Duncan. Pulled, base hit into left field. Beverlin with his second hit of the day. Little life here from the Cardinals. Cohen Epler. 1 for 3 on the day.
Number 12.
2 strikeouts surrounding a third inning single. Beverlin down there at the 7th Cardinal base hit of the day. Epler trying to extend the game. Fouling that pitch straight back. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Cardinals trail by 5. The 0-1 pitch from Duncan. Curveball pulled right at third baseman, who's nice backhanded snag there. And Epler lines out for the second out. So he hit it hard, but right at the third baseman. Down to their last
16, Brody Eggleston.
chance here, and Brody Eggleston to the plate. Eggleston officially 1 for 1 with a walk, sac bunt, and a single. Comes up empty on his first swing for strike 1. Eggleston does have an RBI. Fouls this pitch off now. Count 0-2. Cardinals down to their last strike. Oh, 0-2 the count. just off the outside corner. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Beverland leads off from first. Pitching upstairs. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on first. Eggleston awaits the pitch from Duncan. Curveball nearly hit him. Full count. So now Beverland will be off with the pitch. Eggleston awaits here from Duncan. Fastball comes up empty, and that'll bring the game to a close. Your Cardinals fall here to Nixa 8-3. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. Back with the postgame show in 3 minutes. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinals and the KNEO Sports Network.
Getting to heaven isn't just about putting enough good on one side of the scale to balance the bad on the other. It's about fulfilling a death penalty, the one we deserve for our rebellion against God. None of the great moralities or great religions can pay the death penalty for our sin. Only Jesus Christ's death on the cross can do that. You have to look to Him as the only one who can save you. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM. That's 888-NEED-HIM.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives.
Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
1-6 on the season as they drop an 8-3 decision here to the Nixa Eagles, who now are 11-1 on the year. Tate Lewis, the start, went 3 1/3, tagged for 3 runs in the first inning, came back and pitched pretty well in innings 2 and 3. And after 2 times to the lineup, the Cardinals chose to go to their bullpen, and somewhere in there in the 4th and 5th inning, the Eagles were able to find a couple more runs. Lewis didn't throw bad. He will take the loss today. Offensively, the Cardinals with 7 hits on the day. Brock Renfro, 2 of those with an RBI. Luke Beverland, 2 hits and an RBI. Eggleston with the other RBI on his first inning walk. So your final line score for Nixa, 8 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Webb City, 3 runs on 7 hits. However, they committed 5 errors. Nixa left 6 runners on base. The Cardinals stranded 10. Their pitcher, Colin Kelly, went 5+ innings. Got to 99 pitches on the day before he exited. Mason Duncan came in for the final 2. We're awaiting Coach Doning as he makes his way up here. A reminder that the game at Waynesville on Thursday night will no longer be an away game, as Waynesville will come to Webb City tomorrow, and that game will be played here at 4:30. So a chance to see Waynesville without having to take the 2.5-hour drive up I-44. Then the Cardinals, weather permitting, will be in Springfield this weekend as they will take on Belton and St. Joe Benton, as we now are joined by head coach Andrew Doning. Tall task facing the Eagles today. They come in winners of 10. Tate Lewis kind of got roughed up in the first, but then he settled in there and got you through innings 2 and 3 a little better.
I'm really happy with what Tate did. You know, he's not a haven't really prepared him as a starter per se, but you know, the last couple of times he has gotten on the mound for us in the starting role. You know, he's done okay. Yeah, I mean, you need to get a flare down the line, not really a flare, but a ball down the line, kind of hits around the line type of deal. To a kid who's a fantastic hitter. I mean, he doesn't lead their school record book in hits for no reason. I mean, he's a 4-year starting kid, so I mean, you give that kid a leadoff triple and bad things are going to happen. But he comes back and settles in, throws up 2 zeros. I mean, you can't ask for much more.
Well, then your offense responded. They came out and they got 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Had it all squared back up.
Yeah, I told him down there. I mean, I'm proud of the way we came out and got on their kid. We've seen that kid 3 times in a row now. We did a good job. Had some good at bats. Put the ball in play, got runners on base, and that's kind of all you can ask to do. We just kind of searching for that one big hit in a spot to break something loose. We have a base running error there in the I think it was the second or third, and can't remember which one. Probably cost us another run. So you go up 4-3. Game might be a little different for a while, but we got 1 out of it, and got a tie ball game going until the top of the 4th inning, and they get 1 back, and you got to play clean baseball.
Offensively, Renfro with 2 hits, Beverly with 2 hits. Nice to see him back in the lineup.
Yeah, it was good for him to be back in the lineup today. Good for him to see him swing it.
Well, Waynesville, now we don't have to make the long trip there. They're going to come here tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll pay for that one next year going up there, and that's okay. I mean, their coach has been very gracious, and their AD has been very, very kind to us about moving the game. They're playing at Neosho today, going to drive back home and then drive back down here. I mean, that's tough. So I mean, I'm very thankful that they're willing to come down here, play tomorrow. They want to play as much as we do. Kind of this time of year, everybody wants to play. Nobody wants to sit at home with the forecast looming for the weekend. So I'm glad they're coming down.
And if I'm correct, they have a dirt.
Yeah, they
grass,
have a natural surface. Yeah, so it wasn't going to take much to wash it out up there. So
and then maybe a couple games this weekend, weather permitting.
Yeah, hopefully we can get in somewhere. I mean, there's some other options. I'm not sure. There's a lot of rain coming down here, so I don't know if we'll go up to Kansas City or something. We're going to try to find something somewhere so we can keep playing. I mean, it doesn't do any good to sit at home. You kind of feel like kids are kind of taking some better at bats and some stuff. I mean, just some mental errors are really killing us right now, and that's my fault. I mean, it's either a communication error on my fault, which, I mean, I don't know, but I'll search far and wide to figure out what it is. But I feel like our kids are having some better at bats, and I thought they did a good job today. So I don't want to sit at home for the next 5 days and not play. So that's kind of what we want to do.
Well, it's too early in the season. A lot of baseball left.
And it is. It's it's April, but there's still a ton left. We're going to go all the way to the end of May, hopefully, and so we got a lot going on and a lot. And this Nixa is for a lot of reasons. One of the top 3 teams in the entire state of Missouri in any class. I mean, I'd put those guys up against anybody and take my chances with them. They're great players, well coached, and I mean they do a great job in all facets of the game. So, it's a tough one in the conference to start with, but that's okay. That's what makes our conference so great.
It is deep and
yes,
full of talent.
Yes, it is.
All right, so Cardinals fall once again here 8-3 to Nixa. Thanks to Coach Doning. We'll be back with him on next week as the Cardinals will be here on Tuesday for Lebanon. That'll be our next broadcast here on KNEO. And once again, a reminder that Waynesville will be here tomorrow night And then just stay tuned for any changes on the weekend lineup. It sounds like as the Cardinals will try to figure out where it may not be raining. Last chance I saw 3 to 5 inches down here, so I'm not sure there's going to be much baseball on the weekend. But you know, a lot of season left. You just now turned to April, and so lots of things still possible out there in front of the Cardinals. They haven't even started the COC West part of their schedule. Still trying probably to learn some pieces as they put the parts back together after graduating so many seniors last year.
Yeah, and, you know, even throughout this whole game, I know I said off air that I feel like the Cardinals, they still had a chance. You know, they were down 8-3, but you strand base runners, you commit silly errors both in the field and on the bases. You know, bad things are going to happen, but I guess the good thing is those are correctable mistakes. You can fix those errors on the infield. You can fix those base running errors. You can get better in the batter's box. I thought the Cardinals did a good job early on. They were able to work some walks. They were able to battle very, very well. But, of course, as you said, those things are just going to have to come as the season goes on when you lose so many seniors the year before.
All right, well, that'll do it. One more time here from Barnes Field. Your Cardinals fall to Nixa 8-3. And we'll return this to regular programming. You've been listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.